So I hope everybody's having a good weekend. We're going to jump right into the topic. So the topic today is overcoming mental fatigue. And I know a lot of people that watch this might not be able to relate, but it's going to all connect by the end of this video. Um, but for those of you who can relate, have you ever been in a fight with somebody that you knew you were better than, somebody that you knew you were faster than, somebody that you knew that you were bigger than, stronger than, but that person had more endurance than you? And you look up at the next round and he's over in the corner or she's over in the corner and she looks fresh, ready to go for the next round. And you're just so tired. Your body hurts. Your muscles are fatigued. It feels like you can't even stand up. You're out of breath. Your vision is blurry. But you know deep down inside that you're stronger, faster, better than this person. It's just at that moment, because their pressure was so much, your body is fatigued. Everything is fatigued. And it feels like that you're fighting for your life. Feels like it's going to be no way out of this next round because this person just keeps moving forward. They just have that endurance. They have that never give up, never stop moving forward type of attitude. And no matter how much you beat up on this person, they just keep moving forward in order to burn you out, in order to get you tired. Have you ever had that feeling? Has that ever been your reality before? I've been in fights, I've been in training where my training partners, or even if they're switching out to fresh new training partners, it's like this person just has an undeniable drive to smash me into the ground. And you feel like that you're fighting for your life in those moments. But you know deep down inside that you are bigger and stronger than this person. And this is how it feels when we are mentally fatigued and we still come up against stress and issues in our lives. We feel like that is no way out. We feel like that we're done. We feel like that these problems are so much bigger than we can overcome. And that's because we're mentally fatigued. That's because we're putting so much on ourselves on a daily basis, and we're not properly giving our mentality, our mental a rest. We're burning our mentality out. We're burning our mental out, and we're fatigued. And even the smallest issues that we know, if we were at the top of our game, that we will be able to overcome. But because we have not prepared properly, our problems are just overwhelming. It feels like that we cannot get out of these problems. The problems just keep reoccurring and we can't get out of them. It's like quicksand. It's like we're just getting drugged down. We're drugged down in our subconscious or in our conscious, in our mentality, in our mental. We're just tired. We can't fight anymore. We are ready to give up. And right now, I'm going to give you guys 3 ways to start to regenerate and overcome mental fatigue. Regenerate that mentality, your thought process, give your mind a break. I'm going to give you 3 ways in order for you guys to do that. And number 1 is to remove stressors. Now, understand that it is impossible to remove each and every stressor in our lives in order to overcome the mental fatigue. But if you sit back and you look at the things that are stressing you out, the things that are stressors in your life, there are some things that we take on that we do not need to take on, at least every single day. It's burdens that we're putting on our mentality, on our mind, on a daily basis that we don't need to carry. So we need to evaluate what our stressors are, and we need to evaluate which ones we can put down, which ones we can remove out of our lives to start to overcome this mental fatigue that we have when we're dealing with our issues. Number 2 is, it sounds simple, but getting more sleep. Getting more sleep will rejuvenate your mind. And one thing that you can, one thing that getting more sleep does, it limits or reduces the input that you have coming in to your sensors. So by getting more sleep, obviously some people know, some people don't know. But when we're asleep, our brain is navigating through all the information, through all the inputs, all the sensory inputs that we got throughout the day. So by going to sleep a little bit earlier, you would reduce the sensory inputs that your brain has to go through, has to sit through and figure out while we're asleep. And that combined with removing the stressors in our lives, once you remove stressors, your brain does not have to go over those stressors. It does not have to figure out how to fix those stressors, how to relieve the stress from those stressors, because you remove them out of your life. And then when you go to sleep earlier, even if it's just a half hour early, if it's an hour early, I understand people have kids. I understand people have routines, have jobs, and you may not be able to go to sleep that much earlier. But going to sleep a little bit earlier each night, or just building that into your routine, will reduce the sensory input that is coming into your brain, which is compound with removing the stressors. And that will give your brain less work to do while you're asleep. And the number 3 thing to do to overcome mental fatigue, and I talk about this a lot, and this is something that I'm hoping that if you caught any of my videos that you guys have been doing, but meditation. Meditation is a big thing that helps me shift through my thought process, shift through the things that's going on in my mind, the things that's running in the background of my subconscious. Meditation helps me do that. And on top of my meditations, I also journal. So meditation is the 3rd thing that you can do to overcome mental fatigue. And again, if you're not used to meditating, start off small. Start off with a minute. Start off with 5 minutes and build from there. Do not make meditation another stressor that you add into your life. Again, there's so many different ways to meditate. You could walk and meditate. You can, not don't drive and meditate, but you can walk and meditate. You can jump rope and meditate. You can do different things. Sit down and meditate. You can lay down and meditate. Just try not to fall asleep when you're laying down and meditate. Laying down for me is one of the best ways I like to meditate, because it takes a lot of thought process out of it. Because when some people sit down, they want to sit down and make sure they're sitting up right and make sure the top of their head is pointing up straight, and they want to hold their hands a certain way. And then you start to think about your posture while you're meditating. If you lay down, you take all of that thought out of it, because you're just laying down. You lay down flat on your back and there's no thought process in it. But that is something that you can do to remove the thought process out of the meditation. And I will talk more about that in another video. But just to wrap it up, the 3 things that you can do to overcome mental fatigue. Number 1, remove the stressors in your life. Remove as many as you can. I understand that you can't remove them all, but as many as you can, remove those stressors out of your life. Number 2, get more sleep. By getting more sleep, you reduce the sensory input that comes into your brain, and your brain has less work to do while you're sleeping, and then you wake up more rejuvenated. And number 3, meditation. Pick up a meditation practice. Learn how to meditate. If you don't know how to meditate and you want to learn how to meditate, get in contact with me. I am a guided meditation practitioner. I can help you with meditations. I can teach you a couple of meditations. And if you don't want to get in contact with me, I do have a course up on udemy.com. It's called Breathwork is the Best Work. It's a breathwork course, but at the end of that course, it does have meditation, and it's a visualization meditation that helps you relieve the stress and anxiety in your life. Again, the course is on udemy.com. It's called Breathwork is the Best Work. And if you want to check that course out, if you catch this on Facebook or on YouTube, I will leave the link down in the descriptions. If you catch this on IG, the link to the course is in my bio, so just go check that course out. And again, to recap, to overcome mental fatigue, number 1, remove stressors in your life. Number 2, get more sleep. And number 3, start meditating. So I hope this is helpful for you guys who have a lot of mental fatigue in your life, and hopefully you would take some of these tips and start to utilize them in your life and overcome that mental fatigue and become better people each and every day. I appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys have a blessed day. Pat, congratulations. I've seen that you just got married. That's amazing. I'm happy for you and your wife and your family. But again, I appreciate you guys for catching this video. Leave comments, like, subscribe. Let me know what videos you guys want from me. Any information that you guys would like me to talk about, I will be happy to do that. But you have to engage with me and I will engage with you guys. Thank you. I appreciate you.